What if everything we've believed about humanity's place in the universe was only half the truth? Imagine waking up one morning to discover that governments across the world have hidden the existence of extraterrestrial life for decades, not because they feared aliens, but because they feared how humanity would react to the truth. Now imagine that one stolen file could change civilization forever. That is the terrifying question at the heart of Disclosure Day, 2026. Rather than presenting another alien invasion movie, this film explores something much more unsettling. What happens when truth itself becomes the greatest threat to those in power? And as we'll discover, the real enemy isn't necessarily the beings from another world. It might be ourselves. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of the most thought-provoking science fiction thrillers of 2026, Disclosure Day. Directed in the spirit of Steven Spielberg's classic style of intelligent science fiction, this film shifts the focus away from explosive action and giant space battles. Instead, it tells a slow-burning conspiracy story about secrecy, trust, and humanity's fear of the unknown. On the surface, Disclosure Day appears to be another film about aliens. But underneath that premise lies a far more fascinating question. Can civilization survive the truth? Throughout this commentary, we'll break down the movie's story, analyze its characters, uncover its hidden symbolism, and explain why its ending carries a much deeper message than many viewers initially realize. Let's begin where every great conspiracy starts, with a secret that was never supposed to be uncovered. The world before disclosure. The opening immediately establishes a world that looks almost identical to our own. Cities are alive with everyday routines. People go to work. Governments appear stable. Technology continues to advance. From the outside, humanity seems to be progressing normally, but beneath this familiar surface exists another reality, one hidden behind classified documents, military black sites, and decades of carefully controlled information. The audience quickly learns that powerful organizations have spent years suppressing evidence of extraterrestrial contact, not because aliens were preparing to invade, but because revealing the truth could completely reshape religion, politics, science, and even humanity's understanding of existence itself. This creates one of the movie's strongest ideas. Sometimes the most dangerous weapon isn't advanced technology. It's information. Meet Daniel Kellner. At the center of the story is Dr. Daniel Kellner, a brilliant cybersecurity expert whose entire career revolves around protecting classified government systems. Daniel isn't introduced as a fearless action hero. He's intelligent, logical, and deeply skeptical. He believes that every mystery has a rational explanation. Ironically, that mindset is exactly what prepares him to uncover something no one else was supposed to see. During what begins as a routine cyber investigation, Daniel discovers encrypted files buried beneath multiple layers of military security. At first, they appear to be ordinary classified intelligence, but the deeper he digs, the stranger the files become. Satellite recordings, unidentified energy signatures, reports describing impossible phenomena, and references to an object simply known as the artifact. At that moment, Daniel unknowingly crosses a line. He's no longer investigating a cybercrime. He's investigating the greatest secret in human history. And somewhere in the shadows, someone already knows he's looking. As Daniel begins opening files that were never meant to see the light of day, powerful forces inside Vortex move to silence him before the truth reaches the outside world. But Daniel is about to meet someone whose mysterious abilities may change everything. Margaret Fairchild. And together, they'll discover that the greatest mystery isn't whether aliens exist. It's why humanity was never supposed to know. Every great conspiracy begins with one small mistake. For Daniel Kellner, that mistake wasn't hacking into a government database. It was asking one question too many. After discovering a series of heavily encrypted files hidden inside Vortex's secure network, Daniel becomes obsessed with uncovering what they're trying so desperately to hide. The files aren't protected like ordinary military intelligence. They're buried beneath multiple layers of encryption, isolated from every public system, and accessible only to a handful of the world's most powerful officials. To Daniel, that can only mean one thing. Whatever is inside these files is more valuable and more dangerous than nuclear launch codes. Using his cybersecurity expertise, Daniel bypasses the final security layer. As the files begin to decrypt, his entire understanding of reality starts to collapse. The first evidence. The documents contain decades of classified reports dating back generations. Satellite images capture enormous unidentified objects entering Earth's atmosphere before disappearing without a trace. Military pilots describe encounters with aircraft that move in ways impossible, according to known physics. Scientists record bursts of energy that no human technology can produce. Then Daniel discovers something even stranger. Photographs. Not blurry images. Not conspiracy theories. Crystal clear photographs of an object unlike anything ever built on Earth. The files simply call it the artifact. Unlike the flying saucers people expect from science fiction, this object appears almost organic. Its surface seems alive, constantly shifting with glowing geometric patterns. Even more disturbing, every scientist who studied it reported hearing strange sounds inside their minds. Some described vivid dreams. Others claimed they suddenly understood complex mathematical equations they had never studied before. A few even disappeared without explanation. At this point, Daniel realizes this isn't just proof of extraterrestrial life. The artifact appears capable of communicating directly with the human brain. Someone is watching. The moment Daniel copies the files onto an encrypted drive, alarms quietly activate inside Wardek's headquarters. Hidden surveillance systems identify the unauthorized access. Within seconds, Noah Scanlon receives a notification. Unlike the stereotypical villain who acts out of anger or greed, Noah remains calm. He doesn't panic. He simply says one chilling sentence, "Find him," before he understands what he's stolen. That single line tells us something important. Wardek isn't afraid that Daniel stole information. They're afraid he'll understand it. There's a huge difference. Knowledge can be hidden. Understanding cannot. Enter Margaret Fairchild. Meanwhile, the story introduces another central character, Margaret Fairchild, a respected television meteorologist whose life has recently taken a terrifying turn. She begins experiencing vivid visions she can't explain. At first, they seem like ordinary dreams, but they soon become impossible to ignore. She hears voices speaking languages she's never learned. Ancient symbols appear in her notebooks while she's asleep. She instinctively predicts weather patterns with impossible accuracy. Doctors believe she's suffering from neurological trauma. Scientists suspect hallucinations. But Margaret knows something is changing inside her. Something awakened. Unknown to her, these strange abilities began shortly after an unexplained electromagnetic event recorded near one of Wardek's research facilities. The movie quietly suggests a fascinating possibility. Perhaps extraterrestrial contact doesn't always happen through spacecraft. Perhaps it happens through consciousness itself. The first connection. Daniel and Margaret's paths finally cross after Daniel tracks down references to unexplained psychic phenomena connected to the artifact. At first, neither completely trusts the other. Daniel relies on evidence. Margaret relies on instinct. Logic versus intuition. Science versus emotion. Yet together, they begin noticing an incredible pattern. The symbols Margaret has been drawing match the same geometric markings found on the artifact. Without ever seeing the classified files, she somehow already knows what they contain. Daniel realizes this can't be coincidence. Someone or something is communicating through her. And if that's true, then humanity may have already received its first message from another civilization. Commentary and analysis. This is where Disclosure Day begins, separating itself from traditional alien thrillers. Most science fiction films ask, "Are we alone?" This movie asks something much deeper. What if contact doesn't begin with spaceships, but with understanding? The artifact isn't portrayed as a weapon. It's portrayed as a bridge. And bridges can connect worlds or divide them. The film subtly challenges one of humanity's oldest assumptions. Maybe intelligence isn't measured by technology. Maybe it's measured by the ability to communicate without fear. As Daniel and Margaret begin uncovering the artifact's true purpose, Noah Scanlon launches a worldwide operation to recover the stolen files before they trigger irreversible consequences. But the closer our heroes get to the truth, the more they realize that the greatest danger isn't an alien invasion. It's the people determined to keep humanity in the dark. From the moment Daniel copies the classified files, there's no turning back. Wardek immediately labels him as the world's most dangerous fugitive, not because he committed a crime, but because he now possesses information capable of collapsing decades of carefully maintained secrecy. Within hours, Daniel's bank accounts are frozen. His digital identity is erased. His apartment is searched. Even the people closest to him begin receiving warnings to stay away. This isn't simply a manhunt. It's an operation to erase Daniel Kellner from existence. The film uses these scenes to make a powerful statement about modern society. Today, control doesn't always come through weapons. Sometimes it comes through data. If someone can erase your identity, they can erase your voice. Margaret's visions become clearer. Meanwhile, Margaret's mysterious visions grow stronger. They're no longer random flashes of light or strange dreams. Now they resemble memories. She sees enormous circular structures floating silently above oceans. She hears voices speaking in perfect harmony, not through words, but through emotion. Most disturbing of all, she repeatedly sees the same glowing symbol that Daniel discovered inside the classified files. When Daniel shows her a photograph of the artifact, Margaret freezes. She whispers, "I've seen this before, but not with my eyes." That single moment changes everything. For the first time, Daniel realizes the artifact doesn't simply transmit information. It chooses people. The artifact isn't a weapon. As Daniel studies the recovered research files, he uncovers one of Wardex's biggest lies. For decades, governments believed the artifact was an advanced alien weapon. Billions of dollars were spent trying to reverse engineer its technology for military use. Every experiment ended in failure. Some researchers suffered psychological breakdowns. Others reported overwhelming feelings of peace instead of fear. Eventually, one forgotten scientist left behind a classified journal. Inside it was a sentence that completely changes the meaning of the artifact. "We failed because we treated it like a weapon, when it was actually an invitation." That revelation is one of the movie's most powerful twists. The artifact was never built to destroy humanity. It was built to test whether humanity was ready. Noah Scanlon's motivation. Until now, Noah Scanlon has seemed like a typical villain, but the movie refuses to make him one-dimensional. In a private meeting with government officials, Noah finally explains why Wardex has spent decades hiding the truth. He doesn't deny that extraterrestrials exist. Instead, he asks a chilling question. What happens to civilization when every religion, every government, every economy, and every version of history collapses overnight? Noah genuinely believes that humanity isn't prepared. According to him, disclosure wouldn't unite the world. It would destroy it. Financial markets would crash. Governments would lose authority. Panic would spread faster than any alien threat. For Noah, secrecy isn't evil. It's survival, and that's what makes him such a compelling antagonist. He isn't fighting against aliens. He's fighting against chaos. The message hidden in the stars. Daniel and Margaret continue decoding the artifact's geometric patterns. Eventually, they discover that the strange symbols aren't random at all. They're mathematical frequencies. When translated correctly, they form a map of the night sky. But instead of pointing toward a distant planet, the map points to Earth itself. Specifically, a remote location where another hidden structure lies buried beneath the ground. This revelation changes the entire story. The artifact wasn't left behind accidentally. It was placed exactly where humanity would find it, at the precise moment we became technologically advanced enough to understand it. In other words, this wasn't first contact. It was the next chapter of a conversation that began long before recorded history. Commentary and analysis. This is where Disclosure Day truly separates itself from traditional alien movies. Most films portray extraterrestrials as either conquerors or saviors, but here they're presented as observers. Patient, silent, waiting. The real conflict isn't between humans and aliens. It's between fear and curiosity. Wardex represents fear. Daniel represents truth. Margaret represents understanding. And the artifact symbolizes a choice. Not a choice about whether humanity should meet another civilization, but whether humanity is emotionally mature enough to face a truth that could change everything. That's why the film's title, Disclosure Day, has a double meaning. It's not only about revealing the existence of alien life, it's about revealing who humanity truly becomes when confronted with the unknown. As Daniel and Margaret race toward the hidden site revealed by the artifact, Noah launches one final operation to stop them before the truth reaches the entire world. But what awaits them isn't an alien army. It's a message that could redefine humanity's future forever, beyond the conspiracy. By the time Disclosure Day reaches its second half, the movie stops focusing only on government secrets and mysterious technology. Instead, it shifts its attention to the people caught in the middle of it all. And that's where the story becomes far more emotional. The characters aren't simply trying to solve a mystery anymore. They're each forced to answer a question that has no easy solution. Is humanity truly ready to know the truth? The answer depends on who you ask. Daniel Kellner, the seeker of truth. Daniel begins the movie as a man who believes every mystery has a logical explanation. He's a cybersecurity expert. Facts matter. Evidence matters. Proof matters. His world is built on logic. But throughout the story, Daniel slowly realizes that not every truth can be explained by science alone. Some truths challenge our beliefs, some challenge our identity, and some force us to question everything we've ever accepted as reality. What makes Daniel such a compelling protagonist isn't that he's fearless. It's that he continues searching for answers even after discovering that those answers may destroy the world he thought he understood. That curiosity becomes his greatest strength. The movie quietly reminds us that nearly every major scientific breakthrough in history began with someone willing to ask uncomfortable questions. Daniel represents that spirit of discovery, not reckless curiosity, but courageous curiosity. Margaret Fairchild, the bridge between two worlds. If Daniel represents logic, Margaret represents intuition. From the beginning, she experiences visions, symbols, and emotions she cannot explain. Many people dismiss her experiences as psychological stress. Others assume she's imagining everything. Yet the film gradually reveals that Margaret isn't suffering from an illness. She's experiencing a form of communication. What's fascinating is that the extraterrestrial intelligence never forces information into her mind. Instead, it gently invites understanding. That difference is incredibly important. The film suggests that advanced civilizations don't conquer through violence. They communicate through empathy. Margaret becomes a symbol of openness. She reminds us that intelligence isn't measured only by knowledge. Sometimes, it's measured by the ability to listen. Her journey isn't about gaining supernatural powers. It's about learning to trust herself when the entire world tells her she's wrong. Noah Scanlon, the antagonist who might not be wrong. One of the strongest aspects of Disclosure Day is its refusal to create a simple villain. Noah Scanlon certainly stands in Daniel's way. He orders surveillance. He protects classified information. He does everything possible to stop the truth from spreading. But the movie also asks us to consider his perspective. Imagine carrying knowledge capable of changing civilization forever. Would you reveal it immediately, or would you wait until humanity was prepared? Noah believes fear is inevitable. He worries that disclosure could lead to global panic, political instability, economic collapse, and conflict between nations. From his point of view, secrecy isn't oppression, it's protection. Whether we agree with him or not, the movie gives his decisions understandable motivation, and that's what makes him memorable. The best antagonists don't believe they're evil. They believe they're saving the world. The real conflict. At first glance, Disclosure Day appears to be about aliens. But by now, it becomes obvious that the real conflict has never been between humans and extraterrestrials. It's between two different philosophies. One side believes truth should always be shared, no matter the consequences. The other believes some truths are simply too dangerous. Neither side is presented as completely right or completely wrong. Instead, the audience is left asking themselves, if you possessed proof that could rewrite human history, would you reveal it? Or would you protect humanity from a truth it might not survive? That's the ethical dilemma sitting at the heart of the movie, and it's far more terrifying than any alien creature. Commentary and analysis. What impressed me most about Disclosure Day is that it treats its audience with respect. It doesn't spoon-feed every answer. Instead, it invites viewers to think, to question, to debate. In many ways, the movie feels less like a traditional science fiction thriller, and more like a philosophical conversation wrapped inside a suspenseful mystery. That's exactly what good science fiction has always done. It uses extraordinary ideas to explore ordinary human questions. Questions about fear, curiosity, trust, and our responsibility when we discover something capable of changing the future. As Daniel and Margaret finally uncover the artifact's true message, the world moves closer to a moment that cannot be undone. The countdown to Disclosure Day has already begun. But what exactly is humanity about to discover? And why did another civilization wait until now to reveal itself? We'll answer those questions in Part 5, where we break down the ending hidden meanings and the movie's biggest twist, the final discovery. As the story approaches its climax, Daniel and Margaret finally arrive at the location hidden within the artifact's encoded star map. What they expected to find was another secret government facility. Instead, they discover something far older, buried beneath layers of rock and untouched by modern civilization, lies an enormous structure unlike anything humanity has ever built. Its architecture doesn't resemble futuristic technology. It resembles perfect mathematics. Every wall, every symbol, and every pattern appears to be connected, almost as if the structure itself were alive. The moment Margaret steps inside, the strange visions that have haunted her throughout the film suddenly make sense. They were never random dreams. They were memories. Not her memories, but memories stored within the artifact itself. The truth about disclosure. Inside the structure, Daniel uncovers one final encrypted message. For decades, governments believed disclosure meant revealing the existence of extraterrestrials. But the message reveals something completely different. Disclosure was never intended for humanity. It was intended for us to reach a certain stage of maturity. As Daniel and Margaret reach the location hidden in the artifact's star map, they expect another secret government facility. Instead, they discover an ancient underground structure built by an advanced civilization. Inside, Margaret realizes the visions she's been having weren't dreams. They were memories stored within the artifact itself. Daniel then uncovers the final message, revealing the movie's biggest twist. The artifact was never meant to announce the existence of aliens. It was a test. Humanity has been under observation all along. Advanced civilizations don't conquer younger worlds, they wait. Only when a civilization learns to value truth, cooperation, and wisdom over fear does it become ready for first contact. At the same time, Noah arrives with the Wardex team. After seeing the truth with his own eyes, he lowers his weapon. He finally understands that some truths can no longer be hidden. Daniel activates the artifact one last time, sending a powerful signal across the globe. People everywhere experience the same strange feeling, not fear, but recognition. The movie never shows an alien invasion. Instead, a single distant light appears among the stars before the screen fades to black. It's an ending that leaves us with one important question. Are we truly ready for the truth? In the end, Disclosure Day isn't really about aliens. It's about humanity. Daniel represents curiosity. Margaret represents understanding. And Noah represents the struggle between control and truth. Rather than relying on non-stop action, the film focuses on mystery, emotion, and thought-provoking ideas. It asks whether humanity's greatest challenge isn't meeting alien life, but becoming mature enough to deserve that meeting. The slow pacing may not appeal to everyone, especially viewers expecting constant action. But for those who enjoy intelligent science fiction with meaningful themes, the unanswered questions actually make the story even more powerful. My final rating is 4.5 out of 5 stars. Disclosure Day reminds us that great science fiction isn't just about what exists beyond Earth. It's about what exists within us. And maybe the real Disclosure Day isn't the day aliens reveal themselves.